HAULgreens video, I was sporting a pretty smoky olive eye look, and I have recreated that, even taken it up a notch drama-wise in a couple of ways, but it's using this Maybelline Eye Studio Quad called Smokey Cinnamon. I really love these Eye Studio quads from Maybelline because they just have such great pigmentation and colors, and a lot of times I like, you know, the way they've grouped the colors together, and I think that's really key in this look. If you don't have this exact quad, I think you can still put it together with maybe some similar shades you might have in your collection, but this just kind of makes it easy having it all in one to show you in this tutorial. Also, all the brushes I'm using are from the Sigma Essential collection, so that was the first kit I ever got, and there's some really great basic brushes, and yeah, the whole look is Drugstore, so I hope you like it. First step, I'm going to take my color tattoo in Barely Beige. It's a pretty like shimmery champagne color, a great like pearly eyeshadow base. And as you can see, I just got a little bit on my finger. I'm going to run it up just a little bit on the inner part here. Then we're taking this beautiful Mossy Green olive colored cream shadow, and I'm going to apply that on the outer part of the lid. I find that the color tattoos are kind of buildable, so if you wanted to, you know, make it a darker green, just add a little bit more. And then I just kind of blend up toward my crease a bit. And this color tattoo is nice because it's dark to the point that it makes a really nice liner. So I'm going to be using just a little liner brush here, and we're actually going to take this under the lower lash line. Just getting it in really close. Next, we're moving on to the shadows, and we're going to be doing kind of a fade effect on the lid from light to dark. And I'm going to start with this pearly color right here. Just pick some up on a typical eyeshadow brush. You might want to knock off some of the excess there. And then you can really cover the full tear duct with a flat eyeshadow brush like this, just by kind of blotting it right over that point. And then I'm going to carry it up just a bit here onto the lid. Then I'm going to clean off my brush, and we're going to go to this shade right here. It's a really kind of a unique sort of yellowish green. I really like it. And this we're going to put kind of just overlapping the light shade. These shadows are just so intense, and they really remind me texture-wise of the Lancome Color Design shadows. This really intense and shimmery. And then we're going to the darkest shade, this gorgeous olive. It coordinates really nicely with the color tattoo. And I mean, you could do this look without the color tattoo underneath. I think it just helps the staying power, and it also makes these intense shadows even more intense. So we're going to begin blotting that green, overlap the lighter green, and just kind of bring this right to the outer corner. I just love looks that do this. I love seeing that nicely blended sort of gradient effect across the lid. And then I'm flipping my brush around. You can just use your same flat brush to pull that shade up through your crease. We'll blend that in a second, but just to lay down the color. I'm just using this angled brush. Don't have anything on it. Just kind of wedging it with that angle right in my crease. And that will be, you know, what will buff out that green shade. It's really important with shades like green and blue to make sure you've got them really nicely blended out. And there's another color in this kit that's going to help you do that, cinnamon color. This is kind of bringing it back to, you know, okay, this is the kind of tone that might stem from the skin. Where I've used the cinnamon, just to show you on the finished eye, is right in here. And you see the kind of effect that that makes. It's very subtle, but we're, instead of going from green to suddenly, okay, skin or a light white highlight, we've got that little bit of a transitional shade. So I'm taking a big fluffy powder brush, little goes a long way, kind of stamp it into that coppery cinnamon color, and then this is going to be the shadow that goes on the border of the green in our crease. And go to that white pearly shade that we started with in the inner corner. I'm going to lightly dust that right under the brow. I'm going to do a little liner. For liquid liner, I'm actually trying a new one today. It's from Essence, and it is the Essence Liquid Liner. And it has kind of like a little felt tip. That's not a brush, that's just a little bitty short felt tip. And I'm just going to take this right across my upper lash line from the inner corner to the outer corner. thickening up the line toward the outer edge. I'm taking my Maybelline Master Drama liner, and we're going to do this right in our waterline here. This is totally optional. If you didn't do this, you would still get, you know, of course, that kind of smoky look. But this just adds just a little more intensity to it. Connecting it up to the liner there. And just kind of dotting that right there in between the lashes on the outer part of my lower lash line. Kind of helps the waterline part look a little less stark when then you get on your actual physical lash line and do a little bit of liner there. And taking just an angled liner brush, going into the olive, the deepest shade. And we're going to top off what's going on here on the outer part with some of that green. And then just carry it on in on our lower lash line. It's going to make go from looking kind of precise and stuff to see how it's just a little more smoky there underneath. Next, I'm curling the lashes, and I'm using Almay's Get Up and Grow mascara. You could end with, you know, the mascara, but I am going to apply some falsies to this look too. The lashes I'm using are the Red Cherry 747Ls. They're really full and they're really long from left to right, so I'm going to trim a little bit off right in here and then apply them to my upper lash line. I'm applying some lash glue from Kiss to the band here. It has a nice little wand applicator. You're gonna wait 35-40 seconds or so till that gets tacky. I like to center my finger on the lash band and then center that up with the middle of my eye. Once you got that center part on, just kind of attach the outer part of the lash and then the inner part. And there you go. While that glue is drying, I'm going to do my lower lashes. You guys know the mascara. I love to use theirs, the Maybelline Lash Discovery, because it doesn't flake, smudge, or clump. I kind of wiggle it towards the root and then just lightly pull through. And one more step, take a little more mascara. These are really long, feathery sort of lashes, and I don't want them to seem like loaded up with mascara, so I'm just taking a little more of the Get Up and Grow, and you can see I'm not even really pulling it through the lashes. I'm just wiggling it sort of where my natural lashes are. It's gonna give us the look of more thickness right at the base, but not a bunch of spidery ends throughout. That wraps up the look using some limited edition new stuff from Maybelline. I really like those color tattoos. I love how, you know, the beige one is so versatile because it can be a great like highlighting tool, but also the olive is nice because that can double as an eyeliner. So really cool stuff there. And of course the Eye Studio Quad I think is great for just those bright, shimmery, intense colors. Elsewhere on the face, I went kind of neutral on the cheeks. A couple of cheek products I would recommend are the CoverGirl Blush in Sierra Sands. I use this as a contour, so this is what's going on right here, and I think it just works really well with the whole look. We're kind of drawing together those cinnamon tones in the eye. And then as a blush, I used NYX Blush in Pinched, and this, while it looks kind of pink here, it really gives off kind of a goldeny peach vibe on the cheeks. For lips, I'm using a couple new products I picked up from NYX. It's the Glam Aqua Luxe lipstick, and the shade is called Elusive. It's actually a really highly shimmery, peachy color, and I topped that off with the gloss in VIP, which is also pretty shimmery. I think it works well with the look. Even though it's shimmery, it's not like it's a super bright colored shimmer, so I think it still kind of meshes with the whole fall thing we've got going on here. So thanks so much to everybody who requested to see this look. It was fun to do. Hope you're having a great day, and I will see you again next time. Bye!